Time for the booth review. Anish, Luke, Jake. Jake, I'll start with you. I know the final score, the Panthers come up a little short, but I don't know if there were a lot of people who thought this team could go toe-to-toe with what is the gold standard in the NFL. We saw in the month of November a ton of progress, and even in defeat, a ton of progress was made today.
No, I think so. Listen, our last two wins, a Saints team that was in the process of, in essence, they were having trouble playing. I mean, it was the whole coaching situation, and we beat that team. We go to Germany, we beat the Giants, who they're struggling. They certainly made a change that, well, this is not a team that's struggling. This is a team that was 9-1 coming in, two-time defending Super Bowl champs, and we went toe-to-toe with them. And if you go back to what happened in this game, it's really the first half. We had 3 field goals in the first half. We could have just punched it in. But the fight that this team's showing, still the young guys making plays. We're getting healthy guys back. But I know for me, watching Bryce Young play, I think this is by far his best game he's played as a Panther. Yes, we've had a couple of wins where he's played some decent football, but this was the best game. Standing in the pocket, taking some big hits. Chris Jones swallowed him up one time. He made a big throw, lead the team down to get the touchdown, 2-point conversion, things like that. I think we made a lot of progress, and how can we build on it? We have Tampa. This is a division game next week. How do we build on another good football team coming in? So, yes, it hurts, but good progress today.
And Luke, there was nothing fluky about this. Kansas City played well. It took an all-time player to make a great play, essentially to win the game. They scored on every drive in the first half. The Panthers went toe-to-toe with this team to the very end.
Well, absolutely. Just we need to make a couple more plays, especially the drive at the end of the game. Mahomes getting outside the pocket. That was kind of a theme for us all day today. Was we struggled to keep him in the pocket. We struggled to get consistent pressure up inside. He was able to escape in the pocket, extend plays, find guys in the end zone, and then the last drive was able to use his legs, convert a big first down, and get him down inside field goal range. But like Jake said, a lot of stuff to be happy about. Hopefully Coker's injury is not too bad. Obviously, we hope JT Sanders is doing okay, and the guys that are starting to get healthy are starting to show back up. DJ Wanham, another sack today. I think his pressure off that edge really frees everybody else up. We felt Jadeveon Clowney more than we did the previous couple weeks. So the team is starting to get healthy, especially on the defensive side of the ball, and it's more of what we thought this defense would look like going into the season. So a lot to build on. We got to see how we're going to deal with this difficult loss. We got like Jake said, we got Tampa coming in next week, Baker Mayfield on an offense, a lot of big energy. So I'm excited for this team. We're going to get a fun environment next week with a 4 o'clock game.
Yeah, and Jake, one last question for you. Now, this was a team, we saw week 1 what happened against New Orleans in the Superdome. Completely different team. And when you have a new staff and a new regime and they say, trust the process, when you start to see the results, what does that do for a locker room?
Well, I think it's a belief. But I think the biggest thing, it's a belief in a young quarterback that we've seen have many struggles, right? And we're seeing him starting to play pretty good, and we're getting some pieces around him. Adam Thielen was huge coming back. And if we can get Coker back, get Leggett involved. Jonathan Brooks made a showing. Chuba, same old Chuba. 2-point play. He runs through a tackle by Chris Jones. But I think the big thing for me is fan base-wise. There hasn't been a lot to be happy about the last few years, right? Well, today, yeah, there was a lot of red. Rightfully so. Kansas City has earned that right. But they saw – there's progress. There was growth today. And so I'm anxious to see if we can give them something to be proud of going into the latter part of this season, because that's momentum that goes into next year. And so how can we finish strong?
Yeah, that'll be the challenge. We get to find out a week from today when the Panthers are home for the Bucs.